the Rickroll, one of the earliest forms of internet trolling. But how did a simple song turn into such a cultural phenomenon that is still being used today, over a decade after the first known Rickroll? That is what this video is going to explore. But before we start, I kindly want to ask you to smash the like button on this video for the YouTube algorithm, and I promise, no more Rickrolls in this video. A Rickroll is known as a bait and switch prank. Someone would post a story about how awesome something is, together with a link, and this link would lead to Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up." But to really understand the joke, it's important to understand where it came from, which is what this video is going to teach you. Never Gonna Give You Up is the song used to Rickroll people. It was released on the 27th of July 1987 by the British singer-songwriter Rick Astley. It was the first single of his debut album, Whenever You Need Somebody, and the song was a great success from its release, being a worldwide #1 hit and even staying at the top of the charts for 5 weeks in the UK. The first known, documented Rickroll was performed in 2006. A YouTuber by the name of Hot Dad uploaded a video in 2015 talking about how he rickrolled a radio station back in the summer of 2006. He and some of his friends were prank calling a radio station. The radio station was holding a post-game show where the audience would call in and talk about the game that just ended. Hot Dad called in, and when the talk show host answered, he just played Never Gonna Give You Up. Here's a short moment from that radio show.
You're on the post-game show. Yeah! Busting some jams out. You're on the post-game show. Post-game show. Hello? People hanging up on me. 99-673-61.
However, this is a one-off event, and isn't really the birth of the Rickroll. Rickrolling had its origins somewhere else. The Rickroll had a predecessor, called the Duckroll. Back in the mid-2000s, a word replacer was put on the 4chan website. It was Moot, the founder of 4chan, who added this practical joke. Whenever someone wrote the word egg, it would change to the word duck. So whenever someone would write the word egg roll, it would become duck roll. And when that happened, people would link to a picture of a duck with wheels. People would also comment something interesting or exciting, but the link would eventually be a duck. This is all in 2006, and around May of 2007, the Rickroll started becoming a thing. The first known instance of a real Rickroll was around the time that GTA 4 was about to release. The trailer was just released on the Rockstar website. Keep in mind, this is 2007, YouTube wasn't that big back then. But because so many people wanted to watch the trailer on the Rockstar's website, it simply crashed. So 4chan users then started to re-upload the trailer to other websites and linking to those websites on 4chan. However, one user by the name of Cotter548 linked to Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up, tricking people into watching that video and in turn rickrolling them. Soon after, people stopped doing the duck roll and started rickrolling instead. And it was this event that gave birth to the Rickroll as we know it today. Never Gonna Give You Up was uploaded to YouTube for the first time back in May of 2007. Remember, YouTube was totally different back then. There were no companies on YouTube or music channels or anything. People would just upload songs themselves. And that's why Cotter548 uploaded the music video with the title Rickrolled. If you've been paying attention, it's the same guy who rickrolled people on 4chan with the GTA 4 trailer. A year later, Anonymous, the internet hacking group, would protest against the Church of Scientology, where one protester decided to play the Rickroll song. Around the same time, The Guardian wrote an article about the event, with "Taking the Rick" as the title of the article. This article helped the Rickroll get mainstream instead of being an internet joke understood by a few 4chan users. 2 weeks later, on April 1st of 2008, YouTube decided to Rickroll everyone by changing every single featured video on the homepage to Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up.
check right there. What the hell? What is that?
That same month, the New York Mets posted an online poll to select a sing-along song. Well, that song turned out to be a few months later, in November of 2008, Rick Astley appeared during Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, lip-syncing to Never Gonna Give You Up, rickrolling thousands of people.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I.
One of the funniest and best planned rickrolls in my opinion was performed in 2010 when Oregon representatives would read lyrics of the song during legislative discussions. This was done over the course of over a year and was finally revealed on April 1st of 2011. Here's a short piece from that video.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I.
A full commitment's what I'm thinking of.
You wouldn't get this from any other guy.
I just want to tell you how I'm feeling.
Make sure you understand.
I'm never gonna give you up.
The United States White House even rickrolled a White House correspondent one time. The correspondent tweeted about how today's briefing was less entertaining than yesterday's one, to which the White House responded with the following. At WixD, sorry to hear that. Fiscal policy is important, but can be dry sometimes. Here's something more fun. With a link to, you guessed it, Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. In 2015, Apple rickrolled its customers by spelling out Never Gonna Give You Up on the Add a Friends page on their Apple Watch. I could keep on giving examples of rickrolls, but it should be clear that the rickroll is a phenomenon enjoyed by many. Rick Astley is quite happy with his song being such a huge meme. In 2008, he said that he won't make a remix or upload a new version to capitalize on the song's newborn fame. And to this day, Rick Astley kept his promise. That same year, Rick Astley was nominated for Best Act Ever at the MTV Europe Music Awards. He was voted on by many. He ended up receiving an invite to the ceremony, but he never got the award. Fans were disappointed because they felt that MTV was not acknowledging Rick Astley as an artist. But Rick Astley himself felt that MTV got what they deserved, as they were the ones rickrolled in the best way possible. Rick Astley himself admitted to being rickrolled one time. A Reddit user claimed to have met Rick Astley backstage when they were 12, and there was a link attached to a so-called picture. But of course, there was no picture. There was... Today, the rickroll is far from what it was in 2008. People rarely get rickrolled today, and it's simple to state why. There's just so much more to the internet compared to 2008. For example, there's this trend on TikTok where people would perform a bait and switch prank, but with the song Replay by Ayaz.
Vape? Nah. Recorder.
There's just so much to do and see on the internet these days, which is why the rickroll is losing its popularity. However, the past few months, the search term is slowly going up again, so perhaps we'll see a second wave of the rickroll in the near future? Of course, that's something I can only speculate about, and I think it will come back, but it's gonna take a few more months. If I end up being wrong, well, I'm sorry about that, but I just think it will come back. And that's how I'm going to end this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you made it all the way to the end, then you can surely press the like button on this video. If you're new, you can also consider subscribing. I upload similar content to this video, so if you enjoyed this video, then you know what to do. You can also join my Discord server where we can talk, you can suggest me new video ideas, or you can even become a Patreon if you really enjoy my content. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.